standpoint is the Ostrich Syndrome. Ostrich Syndrome to barriers and issues. So for example, if a leader has a very high level of optimism in their emotional intelligence, they have a tendency to approach everything with this "we can do it" pep talk style of leadership. And yet individual contributors are bringing forward very real barriers and obstacles to achieving goals and metrics and outcomes. So if we're sitting in the seat of leadership with like, yes, but everything's going to be all right, and people are articulating, yeah, I get why you want to be positive, and all of these things over here are barriers we encounter every single day, this is not going to be motivating for your individual contributors. They're going to actually start to have high levels of concern of your competence as a leader if you're not willing to look at the reality of what's really going on when things aren't going well. In our emotional intelligence, what's vitally important as a leadership skill is our stress tolerance skill. Without it, this is a derailer to our leadership because we tend to take a more avoidant or passive style in our leadership. As in this description, you can tell it's avoidant to not look at the barriers and obstacles that are in the way of getting work done and only look through rose-colored glasses. The other skill within our emotional intelligence is our ability to reality test, to be incredibly objective. And that skill balances with our optimism. So when we're talking about everything's going to be all right, we need to be quite objective and ground that in things that are factual and observable. And when we have barriers and obstacles, we also need to look at those things very realistically, objectively, grounded in truth, grounded in what resources do we have, what contingency plans do we want to create. And this fosters a deeper sense of trust within our teams. So leaders out there, it's an opportunity to pay attention and assess. Are you tipping the scales and leaning in optimism more than reality? Are you avoiding when individuals bring forward barriers and obstacles and just looking through rose-colored glasses? Or are you balancing these things and creating deeper levels of trust and psychological safety?